Let's see, Scott's here. We're just waiting for Gupta. Mr. Gupta's out of the country, waiting for Jeff and Ross.
I was counting, yeah, as you walked in, okay, we'll have to wait for us. You realize we could have waited. Yes. 20 minutes.
Yes. I know, I'm still waiting for Ross and Jeff. I'll give him a couple more minutes.
I wasn't, but I am now.
He said he wasn't.
Who? Ross? Ross is not coming?
Jeff.
I thought Jeff said earlier, okay. How about Ross? Did Ross say anything?
He said he was a maybe.
He's not coming?
He said he was a maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Jeff, it's not coming. How's this thing?
We have quorum now.
Okay, then we'll move ahead then. We'll just tell Jeff of all the fun we had. He'll be sorely missed. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Skokie Plan Commission for March 20th. First order of business, I will call the roll. Commissioner Speyer is absent. Commissioner Manchella
Here.
is present. Scott Berman,
Here.
Commissioner Franklin,
Here.
Commissioner Giviahu,
Here.
Commissioner Gupta is absent. Commissioner Jeff Berman is absent. Commissioner Matei is absent. And I am present. We do have a quorum. Thank you. First order of business to approve the minutes from the last meeting. Do I have a motion to approve? Commissioner Taylor, Mrs. Dash 02P, a special use permit for outdoor storage. Is the petitioner here? Okay, the petitioner is here. All right. Mike Vortek from the Planning Department will present the case. Counselor, is there notice and order?
Yes, notice is proper and correct.
Thank you. Mike, proceed.
Good evening. I'd like to request that the staff report for case 2025-02P, special use permit at 8046 Ridgeway Avenue,
The request is granted.
accepted. The petitioner is requesting a special use permit for an outdoor storage area immediately to the north of the building at 8046 Ridgeway Avenue. This property is also shared by a business at 8040 Ridgeway Avenue. On the screen here, you can see it's a larger parcel. There's a building with two tenants, and 8046 is a car dealership that occupies this portion of the building up here, and the outdoor storage area is proposed to be located in this area, and outdoor storage is required due to the surface being gravel and not pavement. Anytime vehicles would be stored on gravel, that is considered on that would be an outdoor storage. Staff recommends that the petitioner's request for a special use permit for outdoor storage at 8046 Ridgeway Avenue in an M2 light industry zoning district be approved, subject to the recommended conditions and attached proposed positive findings of fact. This is a street view of the front of the site looking west from Ridgeway Avenue. The site is well screened here with looks like a newly installed wooden fence. And then there's also some trees here. And the dealership just occupies the first floor. And then you can see in the back, there's a paved area where there will be some striped parking. And then closer to the fence, there would be as you can see here, there's a outdoor storage area where cars would be parked bumper to bumper on this gravel surface. So this will legalize that operation. This is another aerial map of the site. There's also additional parking on the south side of the building here, angled parking off of a one-way drive that connects to Ridgeway Avenue with traffic circulating out to the alley. Proposed positive findings of fact. The outdoor storage area is screened from the view of Ridgeway Avenue by a solid wood fence and will not adversely affect adjacent properties. Adequate public facilities, including roads, drainage, utilities, and police and fire protection currently exist to serve the requested use. Adequate provision for maintenance of the associated structures is demonstrated by the request. The property owner will be required to restripe the parking lot south of the building. And that's, as I showed you before, that's just down here. That will be restriped by the property owner. He's agreed to do that in order to bring the depths of the spaces into compliance with village code.
That's angled parking?
That's angled right now. It's one way heading west out to the alley. No adverse effects on the natural environment are anticipated. Adequate landscaping is present at the subject site. It is not anticipated that the request will create undue traffic congestion. Public health, safety, and welfare will not be adversely affected by the request. The petitioner will be prohibited from parking or storing vehicles within 5 feet of the north wall of the building in order to maintain unobstructed fire access. To follow up on that, this was a fire comment. There's a second story to this building in front, and I believe there's some windows, and fire requested that there be the ability to get up to those windows if they had to. There's also some venting that they may need, if they needed to service that, the fire department would come in there. So no vehicles within 5 feet of that wall. That's just for fire safety purposes. All applicable provisions of this code are conformed to by the request. This is the site plan. And we see in brown the outdoor storage area with the proposal for bumper-to-bumper parking for these vehicles that are going to be sold by the dealership. This is the 5-foot gap between the building and where any vehicle will park. And then between the outdoor storage area and the existing alley would be 2 sets of parallel parking spaces and a driveway in between. There is a garage in back where cars are prepped before they're available for sale to customers. 2025 O2P recommended conditions. The petitioner shall develop the subject property in substantial conformance with the final village-approved site plan. Prior to the use of the outdoor storage area, the property owner shall restripe the south parking lot in order to bring the depths of the parking spaces into compliance with village code requirements. Install a one-way sign on the subject site at the north side of the entrance to the south parking lot at Ridgeway Avenue. As mentioned before, no vehicle shall be permitted to be parked within 5 feet of the north wall of the building. The petitioner shall submit to the Planning Division electronic files of the site and floor plans in their final approved and finalized form. And that's my presentation.
Okay. Any questions of staff? Yes, Kelly.
I just want to clarify, so the outdoor storage, the gravel, that's only for cars that are for sale, not for like customer parking
Correct. Customers would be parking
in the angled spots.
either in the angled spots. They have 4 spaces that are provided by the property owner for use by the dealership to park either in those angled spots on the south side of the building, or they could utilize one of those 4
The 4. Okay.
parallel spaces on the north side.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yes, Commissioner Manchella.
How many cars are they expecting to be able to park in the area that is part of the special use permit?
The storage area,
Yeah,
So we have, they've measured 54 feet from front to back. So, I guess potentially, as shown here, they could do bumper to bumper, maybe up to 9, depending on the length of the vehicle. I mean,
Okay.
some cars will be longer and some will be shorter.
can I ask you to go back to the yeah, keep going back, keep going. All right, where is the north wall that will not be allowed to have? So the cars that are parked there now would all be moved over to the other side?
As long as we've got 5 feet clear, so there's a pathway that comes out through this gate, and fire just requests that we have a 5-foot, clear area. As you can see, there's windows, up on the
Sure.
second floor, and there's some vents. I believe the fire identified that vent there. And, the vehicles just cannot be any closer than 5 feet. I can't tell from the photo that I took if we're within 5 feet or not, but the condition.
Yeah, it looks like it's a couple feet at best.
The condition
Okay.
in the report will state that it has to be 5 feet.
All right,
Clearance.
thank you.
Okay.
And there's no condition of, I have a couple questions. There's no condition that it be 5 feet from the building to the south. That's not a 2-story building, and therefore the fire department had no concern about that distance.
Correct. And that's also existing parking. I mean, that would be a grandfathered existing condition.
Okay?
Yeah.
And do we ever push applicants to pave their formerly gravel lots, or we just accept gravel as a acceptable condition in the village?
So when this was discovered, and there's a long-term use of this for outdoor storage, but it was discovered by our fire department during a inspection of the area. There was a previous dealer here who was also using it, but using it illegally. There was I think like a stone company that was cutting stone countertops or whatever, and I know they had outdoor storage, looking at aerials, but they were doing it without a permit as well. We're finally legalizing this, and the option, as I discussed to the operator of the business, was A, you could either pave it, but you'd have to put sewers in, and the cost would be tremendous, or B, you get the special use permit and legalize the operation of the existing surface that's there. And so, due to the amount of money saved by not doing that, they chose with B, and that is the way to legalize that.
And my last question, is there a prohibition about repairing cars in this gravel lot, or is there's no intention to repair cars? Because I know these are new cars that are being sold, new and used
Right.
cars, but they're not it's not a body shop.
It's not a
Is there-
body shop.
Do we have to put a prohibition in there for that?
No, this is strictly going to be used for storage of cars that are for sale. They do have a small garage inside. I spoke with the operator of the business, and they just do minor prep work. It's not even engine work, it's just getting the car, I guess, cosmetically ready to be sold. So maybe some detailing or minor, maybe changing a battery or filling up the tires, or something minor, but it's not gonna be, where the car is gonna be gutted, there won't be body work. This outside area will just be for cars, like a small, outdoor show area for cars.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you, Mike. We'll have the petitioner please come up and come before the commission. Could I have your name and address for the record, please?
My name is Muhammad Aslam. Address for the business,
Fine.
8046 Ridgeway Avenue.
Okay, sir, would you raise your right hand? Do you affirm that the testimony you give tonight is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes.
Thank you. So you heard the staff report. Do you have anything to add to that, or do you have any issues or problems with the report?
No, everything is, I'm very comfortable with everything addressed and regulated. I just want to address and clarify that the gravel parking is strictly just for display. No work will be done. And as we said, if we can fit 9 cars, that's more than acceptable for us. We're a small dealer. We don't have many cars. So, yeah.
Okay. Is there any lighting out there at night?
So, yes, we have floodlights and security cameras with lights as well.
Okay.
So it's very well lit at night if somebody were to walk around.
So how long have you operated this company?
Since beginning of October
Okay,
of 2024.
nice, very good. Okay, any questions of the petitioner? No? Okay, thank you, sir. At this time, is there anybody in the audience who wishes to comment or have a question about this case, and this case only for now? Yes, sir, come up, please come up. And for the record, please, have your name.
Joseph Zayon.
Okay, thank you.
I operate a business actually across the street from them on 8019 Ridgeway. My only question was regarding on-street parking. Parking is really horrible on the street. We have two or three body shops within a block of that.
What type of business do you own, sir?
I have a medical company.
Metalworking?
Medical
Oh, medical.
patient monitoring systems.
Do you have employees parking on the street?
I have employees parking on the street all the way to a block and a half away because there's no parking. And we recently found out that employees from the CTA across the street on Oakton have been parking on our street as well. So there's really, and especially on a day like today with the snow in the morning, it can be a treacherous walk over to the office.
Okay.
So,
Well, the petition does have off-street parking here, so,
right, so I'm, just wanted to make sure of that because
Yeah.
parking is horrible on the street and
yeah, I know that.
it's,
Yeah,
that was
okay.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the audience who comment or question? Okay, so could you come back up, please? Thank you. How many employees do you have that drive to work?
Just me and my uncle.
Oh, so one car, two cars?
2 cars, yeah. But we
Okay.
park right on the blacktop. We never use the main street.
Okay. And how do you advertise for your cars?
Everything is online.
Online?
Yeah, everything is, 99% of our customers come from online sources.
Okay.
So
And all,
Customers would either come and park in the back with you and your uncle, or they could park in that south parking lot, that angled paved parking lot. I got it.
okay. Any other questions for the petitioner? Yes, no, no, no? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so for case 2025-02, Peter, any more comments, questions? Open for a motion.
I move approval of case number 2025-42P as presented, with conditions as presented also.
Okay, do I have a second? Second, Talia? Talia, second.
I said, I'm sorry.
It's 0.
02P, sorry. I was squinting.
Okay, well.
025-02P, I put on the wrong glasses.
Okay, all right, call for the vote. Commissioner Manchella,
Aye.
Commissioner Scott Berman.
Aye.
Commissioner Franklin,
Aye.
Commissioner Giviahu,
Aye.
and I will vote aye. So the motion passes. This still has to go before the Board of Trustees for final approval. They meet on the first and third Monday of every month, and you'll be notified when this case will go before them, okay? Good luck to you, and thank you for coming to Skokie. All right. Any public comments? No public comments? Any further business before the commission? None?
Motion to dismiss.
Motion to dismiss, second? Second. Okay, this meeting's adjourned, thank you.